Happy Easter, happy Holy Week. I guess we never say that, but happy Holy Week, I guess. Today is actually the first day of Holy Week. If you don't know what that is, this is the video. Easter in Spain is celebrated a bit different. I don't want to say different because I'm just thinking of the Easter bunny and the eggs and whatever. Here I have, oh, I have 3. Damn, I have these itineraries. I'm going to explain what is the Holy Week because people get kind of scared with the Holy Week because it looks like, you know what it looks like. So I will explain. Today is actually the first day. Today is Domingo de Ramos, it's called. Yesterday and the day before also have different names, but they're not like official, you know what I mean? So Friday was Viernes de Pasión. No, that was yesterday. What was it? Viernes de Dolores. It's like Friday of Pains. That sounds really weird, but it's kind of the name. And yesterday was Saturday, what is it? Sábado de Pasión. I said it like Saturday of Passion or whatever. From Monday to Friday, it's like Lunes Santo, Martes Santo, Miércoles Santo. It's like Saint Monday and just all of them. Next Sunday, Domingo de Resurrección, like Resurrection Day. The next Monday is like Easter Monday, Lunes de Pascua, but like that's nothing. That's honestly just nothing. That like the whole week is over on Sunday, so that's, I don't know what that is. I think kids don't have school that day, but like it's nothing really for the country. So what is the Holy Week? Why we don't say Easter? Be careful if you're traveling to Spain. The Holy Week is not always at the same time, at the same moment, because this year is, again, today is the first day of the Holy Week, April 12th. It's kind of late this year. It's not that common that it's that late into April. Last year was last week of March, so be careful between March and April. And if you come to Spain and you don't want to live the Holy Week, like you're doomed if you come in this week, particularly certain cities, because if you go to if you go to the north, you probably won't find many processions. You might find some, but I don't think they will bother you. It will just be like an experience and that's it. But here is crazy, particularly my hometown in Sevilla, but all the south, like try to avoid it if you don't want to live it, because like half of the streets you can go by them, like you can pass the streets. All the city is kind of involved in these processions, so you have to be really careful if you're coming here. So let's see, let me check which is my favorite, because listen, this is so messy. This is these are itineraries for the processions. Jesus Christ. This one is kind of messy because it has like the logos of the houses. So each procession has like an organization, again, like a church. It's called cofradías, but they're also called casa hermandad, which mean like brotherhood house, I think. So I will say house just so you understand what I'm saying. But it's like, for instance, this Thursday, let's say Cena. I love this one. This is like the Last Supper and it's so pretty, but like you have to see that one from above. Like if you just watch it from down below, which is the usual, you're not really getting the experience, but whatever. So this is like, the procession is called La Cena and the house is also called La Cena, you know what I mean? So it's like the same. I had one, I think the other one is the best. Oh, this is exactly the same. These two are exactly the same, but like they're not the same one, you know what I mean? This is my favorite. So I got this one, a friend got me this one. Then this one is just, there was a random girl in the middle of the streets giving this, which I don't understand. And this one I got from yesterday. I went to buy a matcha latte and it was like a cookie store, I guess, like a cookie place. It wasn't like a coffee shop exactly, and they have these for no fucking reason. That was bizarre. So I love these ones because they have the colors of each one, which is really useful when you're watching this. What is the Holy Week and what is the processions that I'm talking about? It's basically the last part of Jesus' life represented in thrones, statues, I guess, and figures. One day is the crucifixion and the other day is, like I said, the Last Supper. And it's not exactly chronological because it kind of supposed to be, because today, for instance, both Sundays are the only days where there are processions in the morning. They're usually all in the afternoon. There's one today which is called the La Pollinica. La is like the that's it. This is the first one, Pollinica. They go out at 9:45, and they like go home. Le encierro is called when it's like they go home again, like they go back to their house, and it's at 4:30 p.m. So this is very rare. They are not usually in the mornings, but since it's the first one, and this one is like when Jesus go to Jerusalem. I can say these names, but yeah, I think the second one is already like he's dead already. I believe it's kind of bizarre because you see one where he's dead, 2 days after he's alive again, and it's like, what the fuck? This is Sunday. Look how sad. They don't have anything. This is just one again in the morning on Resurrection Sunday, and it's obviously the resurrection of Jesus Christ. There are some on Friday where it's like when he's I don't have the words for this and I don't have the knowledge for this, but when he is on the thing, like when the cave where they bury him, do you know what I mean? I hope you're Catholic and you know what I mean, because I really don't. I went to Catholic school, by the way. Like this is, I'm not Catholic, but like I should know these things and I don't. See, this is like one throne. I don't know which one is it, but there's one throne that is like this, and it's just like the statue, the figurine of Jesus Christ. They're usually, okay, each procession has Nazarenos, which are like the ones that people think they're the KKK. They have nothing to do with the KKK, so don't worry. There are some particularly that are really similar, because again, like I show you, there are different colors. Look at this one, like full white. When the outfit is full white. Oh, el cautivo too. Humildad, salutación. There are a lot where the outfit is fully white. I understand when people from other places come to Spain, they see those, and I actually have to search why they have the cones, because I didn't know. And there are like several reasons, but one of them, and like the most known, I think, is that it kind of brings them closer to the sky or to heaven. In Spanish, it's the same word. We just say cielo to say sky and heaven, so I don't really know what it means. I guess it's both, you know what I mean? Like it's closer to the sky, therefore to heaven. Then there's monaguillos, which are like kids. There are some that are kids, there are some that are not kids, they're adults or like young people, and they carry frankincense, which is like the smell of the Holy Week. You will smell that everywhere if you go outside. You know what? Last week from my window you could smell frankincense, and it's like, what the fuck? Because before the Holy Week there are like traslados, which is basically taking the figurines to their houses. It's not like the full throne, but it's like a little procession, and there are like random neighborhood procession they're called, which are not in the itinerary. Like on Friday I watched one and I was like, what is this? Because it's not on the itinerary, it's not like an official procession, but you will find those throughout the year. Like you might come to Spain at a different time and you might find these processions because they're like really random and they're just like from the neighborhood. You don't need an itinerary because there's an app, which is crazy to say. Like this is so old school. The processions are like a very old type of thing, and there's like, you can download an app. It's called El Penitente. I think it's only available for my hometown Malaga and Sevilla. I think these are the most prominent cities. It's crazy that I live in one, you know what I mean? Like I get to do this video living in one of the best cities to experience the Holy Week in Spain. So yeah, there's the monaguillos, and then there's like, I think they're also called monaguillos, but they're usually adults and they carry these big candles. I'm sure there's a word for those. And there's the throne, the Christ throne goes first. Not all of them have both thrones, but it's the usual. The guys who carry the throne are called los hombres de trono, like the men of the throne or the throne men. Why men? Because some processions don't allow women to carry the throne. It depends on the house, because some of them are really conservative, like obviously they're Catholic. Some of them are really conservative and they won't allow women to carry the throne. Nowadays we're starting to see more and more. Then the band, and then it kind of starts again, like Nazarenos, monaguillos, the throne itself and the band, but the throne is the Virgin Mary. Some processions, not all of them, couldn't tell you which one. Mantillas they're called. Women dress like grieving like they're all wearing black and they're like, I don't know the word of this thing, but like it's called rosario in Spanish, and they're kind of praying, or they're supposed to be praying, kind of just grieving Jesus' death, I guess. And that's basically it. Should we go through some of this? So Domingo de Ramos is today. I'm going this afternoon because one of my friends is a man of the throne in El Huerto, it's called, that, like the vegetable garden. And then my cousins are Nazarenos in La Salud. La sangre. And look how confusing this is. There's one that is called humildad, and there's another one that's called humildad y paciencia the same day. It's like, what the fuck? Monday is again crucifixion. Tuesday, I don't care. Fun fact, I have this one that is Salesianos. This is one of the houses, and is this the school that I attended? So another one of my friends is carrying the Salesianos throne on Wednesday, so I think I'm just going out today and Wednesday, to be honest, because I don't really like the Holy Week. It's just there's so many people outside, and each year it gets worse. Oh, I wanted to mention two that are kind of different. So one is called El Rico, and that one releases like one of the people that are in jail. It's usually like someone that just has like 2 months left of jail, of prison time. Fusionadas is insane because there are 4 thrones. Like it usually takes 2 hours to watch this. Most of this you have to wait. So you have to go to the street, like you can see here, okay, at 8 p.m. it's going to be in this street, and you go to the street and you wait until it's 8 p.m. So it takes a lot because the procession has to stop. It goes really slow because again the throne is really heavy, and some of these take like many hours. Like we were, a couple of friends and me were kind of looking at this yesterday. We came to the conclusion that the shortest one, the shortest, I want you to register this, the shortest is on Monday, and it's called Passion, and it's from 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. like 6 hours is the shortest. So just imagine, there are some that are crazy. Let me find one that is super crazy. Tuesday, Nueva Esperanza, which means New Hope, 3:45, so let's say 4 p.m. to 4:30 a.m. Like that's crazy. From 4 to 4, it's more than 12 hours. That's insane. Like imagine carrying the throne for that long. Okay, Servitas is so cool. Can you see that doesn't have like a cone? Servitas is the coolest. It's so hard to watch it because everyone wants to watch it. They go full in silence. There's only like one drum that sounds really low. Everyone stays quiet, and even the lights in the street, they go like dim. It's not dark because they go out at 10 p.m. So it's like if they don't have any lights, you won't see shit. But it's so cool because it's so quiet and everyone is like this. That's one is so cool, but it's so hard to see. So this is basically the Holy Week, just so you know. If you come here at those times, like in the morning, you can go outside and see the city, but in the afternoon it's impossible because there's always, in each procession, they have like a official path, I guess it's called, and there's like a couple of streets where you can't just go inside because there are chairs in some of these. You have to pay for those. They're positioned in the official path, and I can just go watch a procession in the official path. Like you're not allowed there. So there are some streets that you won't even be able to see. Something that's cool and it's getting kind of lost is that kids make like balls of wax because the most Nazarenos wear like candles. I made one of those when I was a kid. That was so fun. But some of these, they don't let kids go near the Nazarenos because there are some that are like so formal and they want to be so professional, and it's like, brother, this is like tradition, you know what I mean? Because in the procession, I didn't explain this, so Nazarenos go in 2 rows. There's some that are kind of like special, like the first one is called La Cruz Guía, which is basically the guide of the procession because they will go in front of it. But there's always one, you will see one that's just going back and forth in the middle of the 2 rows of Nazarenos. That's called Hermano Mayor, like the bigger brother, like the older brother, I guess. They will usually carry a bell, and they just go around and tell Nazarenos, like someone doesn't realize the the procession started moving, they will make sure that they move to, you know what I mean, they make sure that everyone is in order. So some of them are so strict that they don't let Nazarenos interact with kids, which is crazy. Like, that's part of the Holy Week. I don't know. That's basically it. Last thing, what do we eat in the Holy Week? So we eat torrijas. It's basically French toast, I think, or very similar. I don't cook, I don't bake, but I think it's very similar to French toast. It's basically two French toast like this, and there's like a cream filling. There are some that are covered in honey and some that are covered in sugar. I like the sugar ones. And there are some things that you can buy throughout the year, but they're like more prominent during the Holy Week, which are like caramel apples. If you're coming to Spain, particularly the south, during the Holy Week, be careful and be aware of it. And please do subscribe because it's free and you can change your mind anytime. And of course, have a nice Holy Week.